Good morning. Here we are, bright and early Wednesday morning. I had to have a serious pep talk with myself, but I can do this. This is the last day before vacation. I can do it. Right? Sometimes you just have to tell yourself over and over again. So I have a confession. This week I'm supposed to be focusing on sleep, and last night I just let myself keep going and going and going and going, and I didn't go to bed until probably 11:30ish, and then here it is at 4:30. Well, it's 4:53 now, but 4:30 was when I got out of bed. So 5 hours of sleep last night. It's not good, guys, and I know it, and I'm always preaching health, and I've got to do better. We've got to do better. So you guys know that I am a avid podcast listener. I love my podcasts, and one of them that I have been listening to forever since I started podcasting is the Chalene Show, and she has done a whole series on sleep and sleep deprivation. And one of the things that she was talking about was chronic sleep deprivation, and she's had some brain studies done for herself, and it's scary. It's scary what chronic sleep deprivation does to you. When they did her brain scans, they were convinced, and I can't remember the name of the clinic that she went to, but it's a clinic that does, neurological scans and sleep studies and stuff. They were convinced that she was either A, an avid drug user in her past, or B, that she had been through chemotherapy. And she's like, no, what? What are you talking about? No, that's neither one. Not me. Sorry, you got the wrong girl here. But she had, when they did her scans, big, dark hole, dead spots on her brain that is attributed to chronic sleep deprivation. Our body heals during the time we sleep, and I'm guilty of this. I understand, guys, I understand it. We live in a world where we have to just get crap done, and there's not enough hours in the day for everything we want to do. So we've got to set some priorities and figure out what's important and what's not. And my health has got to be important to me. I don't want big dead spots. I remember when I was in high school, college time, there was a big, there were lots of stuff on the news about ecstasy and the drug ecstasy and how it affects your brains, and they would show scans and they would show these big, like the big dark spots on the brain, and how it looked like somebody with Alzheimer's. And that's what chronic sleep deprivation does to your brain. The other thing that they noticed on her was that she had all these little bumpy nodules. Like, your brain is supposed to, it's got bumps and lumps, but it's supposed to have a somewhat smooth texture to it. Hers had all these little bumpy granule nodules on it, which is similar to somebody who has gone through chemotherapy. So chronic sleep deprivation, it affects physically your brain. And if you don't have your brain, what are you but a big, meat suitcase that you're carrying around? Oh, we have to do better. I know I have to do better. I'm one of the worst. And I can tell you, I already know that tonight I'm probably not going to get the sleep I need, because we will be up. I have to be at the airport. My flight leaves at 6:15 tomorrow morning, so I have to be at the airport at like 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I know I'm not going to go to bed at like 7 tonight. So here we go. Quick little rundown that effects of chronic sleep deprivation that I wanted to share with you. And I've got it up on my computer here so I don't forget what I want to say. But of course, there's fatigue, lethargy, and lack of motivation. That I think we just kind of know, because we'd rather be in bed, we'd rather be sleeping. Moodiness and irritability, and an increased risk of depression. So many people, and I'm not saying this is the only reason, okay? So don't read into what I'm saying there too much. But I know so many people that are on mood stabilizers and things like that. And again, it's because it's affecting our brain. Like, we can't cope with things the way that we're supposed to when we don't have the sleep we need. A decreased sex drive, which is going to sometimes cause trouble in marriages and relationships. Impaired brain activity, learning concentration, and memory problems. I even think this is affecting a lot of our kids in schools, guys, because I know that it's very easy nowadays for kids to have TVs in their room, and then they stay up too late. They're watching TV, they're playing video games, whatever. And I think that's a big, being a teacher, I think that's a big issue. Reduced creativity and problem-solving skills, difficulty making decisions, the inability to cope with stress, and difficulty managing your emotions. Premature skin aging, it makes you actually look physically older. A weakened immune system, frequent colds and infections, and weight gain. And I'm going to talk more about weight gain here in just a second. Impaired motor skills and increased risk of accidents. And this is not just staying awake for a long period of time. Like, you'll hear people that stay awake for 24 or 48 hours. I'm talking about chronically not getting enough sleep. So this is a buildup over time. You can even have hallucinations and delirium. An increased risk of serious health problems, including stroke, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and certain kinds of cancers. So this is serious business, guys. We have to sleep. And I don't know what it's going to take to get me. I mean, I know all this stuff, and I'm still struggling with it. I don't know what it's going to take to get me to take this more seriously when I even know. I have to make some lifestyle changes, and that's the bottom line. But let's talk about how specifically lack of sleep affects your waistline. So you have two hormones that really regulate your appetite kind of stuff that's going on. They're called ghrelin. Ghrelin is what stimulates your appetite. And then you have leptin. And leptin is what signals to your brain that you're already full. So besides the fact that when you're really tired, you're craving sugary, carby type substances because your body needs quick energy, there's also a double whammy here, because when you don't get the sleep that you need, your ghrelin levels go up, right? Telling you, that's stimulating your appetite, telling you that you need more, while at the same time your leptin levels are going down. So you're eating more and you're never getting the feeling that you're satiated. So you've got like this double whammy working against you. So most of the time, if you are not getting the sleep you need, besides the fact that you're awake to eat during those times, right? Your body is working against you, and you're gonna see weight gain. Yeah. So the more sleep you lose, the more food your body's gonna crave, and you're probably not metabolizing the best at all hours of the night. So that's it. Things to think about. Like we just have to do better. I have to do better. And I know you too, because you're my people. You're probably a lot like me. You have to do better. And I don't know what it's going to take, but it's definitely something we need to work on. So tomorrow, my video will be super early before I go to the airport. And I'm just going to give some tips on things that can help you get the quality sleep you need. Yeah, that's where I'm going to go tomorrow. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. I've got one more workout before I get to go. Bye.